The character Medea first appeared in 430 BC in a play by Euripides. It has inspired playwrights over the centuries to create their own versions.
And director Jerry Bernard chose the one written in 1946 by Jean Anouilh. And of all the plays he's directed, this one presented a unique challenge for him.
Inside Lehman's Mariella Cherry tells us more.
Greetings.
I've heard of your story. Your crimes are known here. In the evening here, as well as the other islands off this shore, women tell them to their children to frighten them. I have put up with you and your wagon on this plain for several days. Now you will have to go.
What have I done to the people of Corinth?
Jean Anouilh's Medea is a modern take on a play about love, betrayal, and refusal to compromise. The story is based on a Greek myth featuring Jason and his wife Medea, whom he betrays when he decides to marry another woman for power and wealth. In Anouilh's play, Medea kills her children and then herself out of her need for revenge.
Well, I've always liked this particular version of this play because it's written by the French playwright Jean Anouilh, and it's much different in some ways from the version written by Euripides some 3,000, 4,000, whatever, years ago. In the Greek tragedy, Jason is really much more of a two-dimensional character, whereas Jean Anouilh really made it much more of a story between a man and a woman.
Anouilh's take on the characters of Medea and Jason set his play apart from the Greek original and interested Jerry Bernard enough to put on this production. Lydia Diaz, a student in the theater program at Lehman College, played the lead role of Medea. Ironically, Diaz said she didn't think she'd auditioned originally for this play.
After realizing the character and what the storyline was about, I got really attached to it. So I was actually pretty thrilled that I actually did audition and I got the part.
Staging a play always requires careful planning and handling of many production details. This production included some additional challenges for the cast and crew, who needed to creatively stage some of its performances with an actor who is deaf. That made sign language an important part of the show.
Has the world always been Jason for you?
Yes.
You forget quickly. I did not come back here for a last scene. Signing is a beautiful language. Sign language is a really artistic medium. Well, really, I think it's just so that I can show the beauty of sign language for people to recognize my skills, deaf people's skills, and also to see the artistic aesthetic in sign language, how beautiful it is.
So one of the decisions we made early is that there is no acknowledgement of the fact that Jason is deaf or anything. He just acts alongside all the other actors. Ryan being deaf and a person who expresses himself through sign language also includes body language. So the moment he came into audition for me, he was already expressing himself and the character of Jason just by the way he would say the words and the way he would do certain things.
And when you see him on stage, Ryan does just that.
I think deaf people are limited in some areas, but certainly in art we're not. And we need to overcome our limitations so that we're just like hearing people and equal to hearing people.
Ryan's interpreter, Bill Moody, has done sign language interpretation for many plays, but even for him, this is something he has never done before.
Normally when I interpret a play on Broadway or off-Broadway, I'm signing. So it's hearing actors who are doing the speaking and I'm signing. So it's a completely different thing. I'm enjoying this because it's able to interpret in the other way, from a deaf actor to a hearing audience. It's nice.
I have friends who are deaf, and I have learned a lot about deaf culture a long time ago. So I was really, really pleased that we could integrate both the deaf and the hearing cast members together in this production.
Art and the emotions that it evokes are universal and timeless, whether you experience it in the spoken or signed word. Mariella Cherry, Inside Lehman.